There. I forgot to push that one button. So all that intro, nobody
Just
saw.
come outside of the
we've just
room.
been talking about this whole time. Yeah.
Well, I have the
I'm just
audio.
playing-
I wonder
I'm
if
just
I
playing
can
Amanda.
splice it in. So all that intro, nobody just come. Oh, I gotta move that. Okay. Clunky start here.
Clunky start.
Start over.
Just like your experience with Broken Arrow.
Yeah.
There.
Except
That's a nice transition.
Very
Yeah.
true. The only difference is you had to go to sleep for this to happen.
Yeah. That's a shame.
This movie was directed by John Woo, who directed our 100th episode,
Yeah.
Face
That's right.
Off.
No more drugs for that man.
Yeah.
This movie was written by, remember I always bring up a written by if it's like, if it's someone kind of important or special.
Yeah.
This movie was written by Graham Yost. He's
Okay.
notable for two things. He created the show Justified,
Okay.
and he wrote Speed,
Ooh.
one of my favorite action movies of all time. Die Hard in a Bus, Adam?
Yeah, the hair on the bus.
Wait, hold on a second. You're telling me Speed was one of your most favorite action movies?
Of all time. If it's on, I'm stopping what I'm doing. I'm watching it.
Interesting.
Really?
Yeah, I love Speed.
It's good, but
I mean,
it's not on heavy rotation though. Also,
is it like John Wick good?
Different.
Different.
nah, John Wick's much more in your face.
Well, now that I found out Theon Greyjoy is the
Yeah.
sniveling little punk in John Wick, I want to rewatch it.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got Hollywood on the Game of Thrones bandwagon.
That's right. In 2 episodes from now, we're going to watch a movie because of Game of Thrones.
yes,
But-
that's right.
But you'll learn what that is next week. Okay, this movie stars Christian Slater, John Travolta, Samantha Mathis, Howie Long, the ex-NFL football, the ex-Raider.
Okay, I thought
Are
he
you
was
pretty
like
sure-
I've seen him on ESPN like
He's on
100,000 times.
Fox, NFL on Fox.
Okay,
He's
one
on the
of those.
pregame show, yeah.
Okay.
And Delroy Lindo, the guy you hate
I
from
can't.
Gone in 60 Seconds. Before we recorded, I wanted to bring that up, but I wanted to wait until we recorded.
I saw his name come up. I was like, god damn it.
He's the black like army base
Oh, yeah.
commander.
The guy with the cakes.
Yeah, he's... like
Stop
cakes.
eating my sasabagag
Yeah.
from Congo. Yeah.
Tim Curry.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. That's a long time ago for me.
Yeah.
I just can't take him seriously.
Is it because of that Congo scene?
No, it's because of
Oh, in
anything.
general?
Every movie I've seen him in, I just don't buy his character.
Yeah, because he's always, like, smiling.
Even Gone in 60 Seconds, where he's like a hard ass cop.
No, he didn't seem like a hard ass cop to me.
There was a recent movie he was actually in, and he was supposed to be the bad guy. I forget what movie it was. I think it was a martial arts movie, too.
Oh.
I'll have to find out.
I look
What's his name
forward
again?
to being tortured by that movie.
Delroy Lindo.
Devroy?
Delroy.
Delroy.
Devroy?
Oh, sure, I love it. Here.
He's going to bring up his IMDb, Adam. This movie, its synopsis goes as follows. Now, I've never seen this movie. I never even saw the first 10 minutes, Adam. I've never actually seen Broken Arrow.
Delroy Lindo, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
That's him.
All right.
Devroy Lindo.
He was in The One as Delroy.
The
Yeah,
One!
He was in the
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, there's one of them.
He was opposite Jason Statham trying to track down Jet Li.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Where else did I see him from besides
It doesn't
Romeo
matter.
Must Die?
Doesn't
That's
matter.
it.
So, so
Get Shorty. Yep, that's
I've
it.
never seen Broken Arrow. I've always heard like this is one of John Woo's first American movies.
Okay.
That movie's so cool. I remember in elementary or junior high, all the kids were talking about it. Like, did you see Broken Arrow? It's cool. And I was like, no, I just wasn't interested.
Right.
So when I read the synopsis before I saw the movie, I'm like, this is what this movie's about? Here's the synopsis. Terrorists steal nuclear warheads from the U.S. military, but don't count on a pilot and a park ranger spoiling their plans. I was like, a fucking park ranger? What?
That's a great intro.
So yeah, that's what Broken Arrow is about.
Yeah. I didn't know anything about the movie either. I knew that going into this movie, watching it this time, I thought somebody stole a plane.
Yeah, I thought the
That's
plane
all.
was stolen.
Yeah, I thought Broken Arrow was a code for a stolen plane,
Uh-huh.
but turns out it's not.
Isn't it for stolen nukes?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But that's how little I knew about this movie going into it.
Ah.
And
How about Swordfish?
Swordfish, I don't think I knew anything about it. I watched it because Hugh Jackman was in it.
Really?
Yeah.
I watched it because of Travolta, man.
Yeah, well, both of them together was great. It was just seeing Hugh Jackman as not Wolverine. I was like, oh, I want to see that.
How did it make you feel?
Nah.
I thought so.
I as a whole, I think I like the movie because it has certain twists and things that other movies don't have. But Hugh Jackman as a hacker, no good. Your boy as an FBI agent,
Which boy
No
is an
good.
FBI agent?
The Captain Planet.
Don Cheadle?
Don Cheadle did not buy him at all as an FBI agent.
You watched it, so you bought into it.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to say this. I say this I ask this every week. Have you ever seen this before? I've never seen it.
No.
You never saw it, Adam?
No.
Maestro?
3 times.
3 times. Wow.
It's been on HBO in the past.
Okay. I tried to watch it maybe 3 times. Got 10 minutes in, fell asleep, got distracted, couldn't finish it.
You know why I'm so off? It's because last week was the spoilies,
Yeah.
and I didn't have like copy to read. It was just
Okay.
me, just like, okay, now time for the first category.
Yeah, that's right.
That was like our break. Remember, I
Yeah.
couldn't even get the intro. I was trying to like wing it. And,
Yeah.
like you jumped in.
Yeah.
So now I got to get the structure back.
I got that memorized.
It's just like Game of Thrones. Like the first episode of the new seasons of Game of Thrones, I'm like, it's fine. Like that, like they're getting their
It
groove
catches
back.
you up.
Yeah.
Okay. This most recent season, the first episode, it comes out swinging.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm as of this recording, season 5, episode 7 is where I am.
All right.
But we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
So Broken Arrow. John Woo made this movie, and I told you before we recorded, Adam, I'm pretty sure he saw this performance from Travolta, and he's like, I need him for Face Off. I
Okay.
need him for when he becomes Castor Troy.
I believe it. Because I didn't know John Woo directed the movie as I was watching it,
Okay.
but there's an opening scene where they're boxing, and
Oh, God.
the way that it's shot, there's even the music in the background is like, this feels like Face Off.
Mhm.
And then John Woo pops up on the screen as a credit, and like, there it is. That's
Yeah.
why. So yeah, this was before Face Off, right?
Yes, because Face Off was 1997.
Okay, this is what 96.
96.
Yeesh.
1 year before.
Okay, so you're still playing the same tricks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when you're watching on Facebook, you watch someone do lives, you always wonder where these like little bubbles keep popping up on the live screens, like with the thumbs up or the hearts or something like that, right?
Oh no.
Check this shit out, right?
Are you playing with it?
Boop.
Yeah, we're gonna have a heart pop up in about
There it is.
30 seconds. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well done. We got a like from Maestro.
You got more than that. Oh my.
Great for the podcast listeners at home
For the listening audience.
who are in their cubicle.
Right.
So
Anyway.
this boxing match, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like the WWF has better coordinated fights.
Yeah.
Like this boxing match was
Yeah.
it's pretty dumb.
Yeah.
A lot of wild haymaker. Like they're boxing like Rocky Balboa style. Like I'm not gonna play any defense.
Yes.
I'll just start swinging. I don't care if I get hit in the head.
Yeah.
No headgear.
My face to your fist attack.
They're supposed to be what is it? Sparring?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you wear like headgear when you
Yeah,
spar?
traditionally.
generally?
But my girlfriend had the same comment as we were watching the movie. I'm like, oh, these guys are Air Force. Maybe they're just tougher.
Supposedly, Air Force people, because they can withstand the G-force, can't get knocked out.
Oh. Interesting.
But they still can get concussions.
Yeah.
And they still can get killed.
But I know what you're saying, though, because it seemed like a lot of those shots should have been fight-ending shots.
Mm-hmm.
But then it was like, boom. They were, what's it called?
Haymakers?
They were Marky Mark in Planet of the Apes, unaffected by punches.
Oh, yeah.
You've seen
right.
Marky Mark's jawline. That's impossible
Yeah.
to break through.
It's like it's just nothing. It's just that should have been the end of the whole fight. But just come back and we'll have some repartee.
Mm-hmm.
He's like Ajax from Deadpool. You can't feel anything.
All right.
That's all I got.
Sure.
I'll stick with it.
So these two are rivals. Travolta is a major and Christian Slater is a captain. So
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Travolta outranks him, right?
Yes.
Yeah, major outranks a captain.
Yes.
And this movie opens with them boxing, like training.
I get the vibe that they're friends. They're
Yeah, they're friends in a weird way.
It's just
Almost rivals, like a friendly rivalry.
yeah. They have an ongoing
Love-hate.
competition between each other.
Yeah.
It's like what is it? Friendly competition is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
In the same way that if we were playing Magic, I mean,
Well, you notice it from the
you hit
very
me with a haymaker every now and then with one of your god cards.
well, you see during the fight scene for the boxing sparring match that Travolta is literally playing with him, like they're saying in the whole movie, like he loves playing God.
Yeah.
So he basically, because what's his face? What's his name?
Christian Slater?
Sure, whatever. Since Slater is constantly
Christian
failing, he likes like being the guy on top, basically. As weird as that sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so Slater. I know him as Slater because in Archer, he voices a character called Slater.
Oh,
Like, that's
okay.
his name.
Oh.
And there's jokes about it, like, hey, Mr. Slater's like, no, it's just Slater. It's just. But yeah, so he's Slater, and then Travolta's Travolta.
You're right about deception because he's Travolta's mentioning the Muhammad Ali fight, how he would stagger and like look weak, but he would come swinging.
Yeah.
Like he was only doing that to egg his opponents on,
Yeah.
which makes sense throughout the rest of the movie based on his like planning and stuff.
Yeah, kind of.
It sort of makes sense. Like I can see where the screenwriter, the guy who wrote Speed, I can kind of see where he was going with this.
He's a boxing
now,
fan too.
Are you a boxing guy?
Yeah.
The rope-a-dope.
Yeah, what about it?
What is that exactly?
It's like what he was saying about Muhammad Ali. It's like
Tiring him out.
It's like you're deceptive. Like you look like you're tired, but you're really not. You're just deceiving your opponent to get closer. Boom, boom, so you can throw haymakers at him.
Okay.
Isn't the
I'm
rope
pretty sure that's what the rope-a-dope is.
I thought the rope-a-dope was the whole Simpsons thing where you just keep absorbing all the punches until they get so tired.
Oh, the Homer Simpson method.
Yeah.
That's the cannonball stomach method.
Okay.
You just keep on going until
Yeah.
someone breaks.
That's what I thought rope-a-dope was, where
Oh.
you would just tire them out. But,
Already on it.
okay. Because that comes back later in the movie, and I was like, that's not what it means. But then again, I'm not a boxing guy, so maybe I'm just wrong.
He's just a botanist, remember?
Yeah, I'm a botanist.
Well, the rope-a-dope is basically being trapped against the ropes, but it's a pretend. So basically, most of you lean onto the rope, so it helps take away some of the punch as well. Look at here.
That's what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
You're
boxing-
you're deceiving your opponent.
But it's a boxing tactic of pretending to be trapped against the ropes, goading an opponent to throw tiring and effective punches.
Okay. So either way, it's used incorrectly later in the movie.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Before I complain about that later.
All right.
So pretty much, let's get out of this box.
Yeah, that's fine. Who cares?
I mean, this comes up later.
It does.
The boxing, yeah.
Yeah, the back and forth. It sets up their whole competitive nature. It sets up some plot devices that are going to come into play as well, and just the overall dynamic of these two.
Yes.
Boxing's over. They go to the locker room. They get called in to go see the sergeant, chief,
He's a general.
general. Okay.
But before that, we meet one of our really inconspicuous characters of this whole entire movie that comes back only at the end. The $20 bill.
Oh, there's a couple appearances.
Really?
Yeah. It's
They miss
throughout
one?
the movie.
Yeah, because when Christian Slater first ejects from the plane, when he wakes up in the desert, he leaves $20 on a rock.
Yeah.
And he goes the first round.
That's
middle of the
right.
desert.
That's right. I forgot
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So dumb.
So he's a reoccurring character in
Yeah.
the movie.
That's.
I don't think it's the same
Jackson,
20.
right?
Yeah.
I don't think it's the same 20 though.
No.
Yeah.
But his face is on it all.
Yeah.
No.
It's Andrew Jackson.
Right.
So they are given a mission. They are doing a test with an Air Force base in Utah.
Mhm.
They're going to fly a stealth bomber
Yeah.
carrying a live nuclear two live nuclear. I don't understand.
I
they
do
do
understand it
Okay.
because the whole point of the test is to find out if it's still detectable.
The nuclear warhead.
Yes.
Why?
Because
I thought it had to be that the plane was
both
detected.
combined.
Okay.
Because the plane by itself can go undetected, but now you add a nuke to it. Does that make it less or more detectable?
Ah.
Can they fly under the radar still with a nuke on board?
Okay.
That's the point of this test.
Did they explain what the hell they were trying to look for?
So Delroy Lindo, your boy,
Yeah.
him and his like technicians have to figure out where the plane is, because at some point they're going to fly low beneath radar and they're going to turn their stealth on, which takes them off radar.
Right.
So the Air Force Base, their training is to now find a quote unquote enemy plane carrying a live nuke. See if you can pick it up any way you can, either through radar.
It's a double test.
Yeah,
They're testing the plane to see if it is stealth enough. They're testing the ground crew to find out if they can pick up stealth.
an enemy plane.
Yeah.
that has stealth technology.
I'm just guessing. I'm not sure if they explained it, but what's the difference between a plane and a nuke when it's not active?
It still has all the components of a nuke.
Yeah, but it's not active.
Well, I don't think anything changes inside the bomb itself when it goes active. It just becomes ready
Just the
to be
timer
triggered.
comes on.
Yeah. When it's active, you can hit a button and it explodes.
Yeah.
If it's not active, you hit that button, nothing happens.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, then why should they have it on the plane to begin with then?
Because they need the physical
Weight?
bomb on.
No, because the
Right?
bomb still has a heat signature and still has
Oh yeah, that's right.
all these things that come with it being a bomb. The fact that it's active or not doesn't matter. That doesn't affect the readings of it.
Yeah, but the heat signature should be insignificant compared to the amount of the plane.
That's what the test is.
But it's when the plane like crashes and they send that unit in with Howie Long.
Yeah.
They're using that gang that
Yeah,
thing.
the Geiger
That's
counter.
picking up stuff, and I'm sure the Air Force base has that gang in their fucking base. Whatever
Right.
that thing
The
is.
gank meter.
Yeah.
Whatever that. I don't know what are they picking up.
It's called the Geiger
Radiation?
counter. Yeah, it picks up radiation.
Okay.
Trace radiation.
I'm not sure what it's
You were
called.
close.
Yeah.
He was close.
But yeah, so maybe also the trace radiation, or maybe also using that as whether you can
Yeah.
pick it up or not.
Okay, but the thing about it is this: you're looking at a nuclear warhead
Yeah.
that cannot,
Wait,
that
why?
should not be able to like have radiation leakage until explosion.
Why are you questioning this movie? You've seen it 3 times. We haven't.
Well,
We should be asking you the question.
Yeah, we should be grilling you about this stuff.
yeah, but you guys are missing this point, so I'm jumping in on this point right here.
I don't have a problem with that.
See, the Geiger counter should be leading for actual exposed nuclear waste, right?
Sure.
And if a nuke is opened with nuclear waste where the Geiger counter actually works, that means those people are radioactive.
Well, hold on. Later on in the movie, the Geiger counters are there because they are under the impression that there is a leak.
Yes.
That's why those Geiger counters are there.
That's true.
Yeah.
Then why are we? Then what's this whole thing about like reading where the warhead is?
I don't know. I'm not a botanist. I don't know how nukes are made and what kind of signals they give off. But that's the whole point of this. The point is to find out if the nuke being on board affects the stealth at all. That's the only point of this test. They've done these dry runs several times already. Now they're adding an extra thing to find out if that changes the results.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you it doesn't.
Okay. Well, according to the movie,
it did work. Yeah,
it doesn't.
they couldn't find it.
Turns out you're right.
Oh, look at that!
Hold on, Maestro.
When I was a little kid,
That was a long way to get there.
yeah, when they turned stealth on, they obviously go off the stealth reading on the base. When I was a kid, I thought stealth meant the plane can turn invisible.
Me too. Absolutely.
I thought like stealth bombers just they blend in with like the clouds.
Yeah, I thought
That's what I always thought
I thought
it
it turned into a Predator type of thing, where the background just kind of gets reflected in different things. That's what I thought it meant as well.
I always thought it was that.
Yeah.
What they
I guess
do?
not.
So what do they do? They turn something on that blocks the radar or let it slip by, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they turn off their engines and
They
They go on
Fluorescent
autopilot. They have to go low enough.
Yeah, they go under radar. They turn on something which I'm not 100% sure, but I think
Blocks radar or jams it, or something.
I think it reflects it in a different way. So where the radar comes and it's supposed to bounce back,
it
bounces it in a different
ricochets.
direction. Yeah, so it doesn't show as an empty spot.
So yeah, okay. So it just bounces off, but keeps on going.
Yeah, right. It doesn't go back to the people that ping the radar. It goes off to Vegas.
So I thought the whole idea about that what you're talking about with the radar and the deflection, but not making it look like it exists, is based upon the shape of the plane.
Yeah, that's also part of it.
Okay, because I thought that was the point why the stealth bombers were like the way they were.
Yes.
And then the lights that turned off makes sense, so people couldn't visually see it.
Right.
But other than
the
that,
engines are burning cool, so the trace heat signature is in there as well. I'm not sure how
And
that
it's
happens.
like on an autopilot too.
Yeah,
how do you burn cool?
I don't know. I'm not a botanist.
Yes, you are. Wait a minute, are you?
I'm not a botanist.
Okay. Well, if you're not a all right. I feel like I'm going over even more of a tangent than I should be.
How long have we been recording? We haven't even gotten to the fucking
Yeah, we're at 20 minutes.
the plot, the main plot of the movie.
Well, it's not much.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, there's a lot, sir. There's a lot.
Okay, by all means, show us the way.
So they get on the plane. They pass the thing. Christian Slater driving the plane. All right, well done. Radar, nothing. We won. Well done.
Let's go home.
Let's go home. Hey, what's that out there?
That's John Travolta's big move.
Yeah.
Hey, what's that out
There's
there?
something on the wing. There's something on the wing.
And then he's smart enough to pull out a silver gun, or
Yeah.
it's a black gun or silver gun
It's silver.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's a silver gun.
that reflects on the mirror on the window.
Christian
And-
Slater knows something's up.
Mhm.
Huh? There's nothing on the. Wait a second.
There's a scuffle on board. Christian Slater gets ejected because Travolta hits the ejection button. I don't know why he didn't just do that in the first place.
Makes complete sense, right?
If he's trying to take over the plane, just eject him right
Yeah.
off the get-go. Hey, something on the wing. Where?
But no, he had to pull the gun out.
That's pretty good. I never thought of that.
Yeah, that should be
Should do that from the beginning. But then Travolta, he drops the nukes unarmed.
Yes.
And then he goes on the radio command going, oh, he's, what's his name? Right, Hale's gone rogue or something.
Hale lost it.
Hale lost it. And then,
I'm bailing.
Yeah, he ejects himself.
Yeah.
And now the shit's hit the fan. Red from that 70s show is like works for the White House.
Is he the president or something?
No, he's like the chief of staff. He's the joint chief of staff.
He's up there. He's like the top of the table.
The guy who I want to know is the fucking like little Weasley guy they bring in who's like, just tell him the truth. That guy from Pulp Fiction. He's the guy, look at the big brain on Brad.
Oh, that's
right.
It?
You're a smart motherfucker.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the one trying to negotiate with, with Jules and Vincent.
Right.
That's him.
Okay.
The big brains on Brad. He's probably some, like, fucking advisor or some Black Ops guy.
He's, what is it? DEA, Marshall Arkin.
Oh, you're right. Does act like him, doesn't he?
Yeah. With his sandals.
Oh, from Connor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a marshal. He's a marshal.
Yeah.
The other guy was the DA.
Right.
The
Oh,
asshole
okay.
guy.
That's right.
Yeah.
The ass kicker.
He's off somewhere recycling his sandals or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think he belonged in this movie. There was no point for him to be here.
Yeah.
He did show up pretty late too.
Yeah, but he barely has any like actual things to do.
Yeah.
I think he moves the plot along once,
Yes.
and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Which could have been guy number 3, just on the radar tower.
Do you think? Oh, that's a good point.
Well, they call in that this is a broken arrow. It's a situation where nuclear weapons are missing.
Yep.
Have been gone missing. So,
And there's a joke in the movie which is I like it's weird enough that we have a name for this, but this happens so often that we had to create a name.
You had to create a name.
Yeah. How often do nuclear bombs go missing?
That's true.
That can't be good for security.
Robin Williams had a great joke about nukes. Like, this is back in like 2002. Our senior in high school, he had an HBO special.
Yes.
And
I saw that one too.
he talked about different countries who have nuclear bombs.
China has the bum.
Uh-huh. Russia has the bomb.
Yeah.
We have many bombs. We don't know where they all are. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So a search team led by Howie Long, the ex-Raider linebacker. I had, well, in the credits, Howie Long, and I'm like, that can't be the NFL Howie Long. And then there's Howie Long.
I was very confused when
I was
saw
like,
him.
what the fuck is he doing in this
I
movie?
was like, that's the guy from the sports channels.
yeah.
Was he an actor for? I thought he was played before.
Yeah, he was a linebacker for the
What's he doing in this movie?
for the LA Raiders at the time. He won a Super Bowl with the Raiders.
Yeah, it was confusing.
Yeah.
But
He did a good job. I liked Howie Long.
Yeah, he was fine.
He did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah.
What do you do?
He was just supposed to be like a fucking badass,
Yeah,
like
just gun for hire.
gun for
basically.
hire. Yeah. Cell sword.
So, yeah, sellsword. That's right.
I must have missed that joke.
It's like Game of
Game
Thrones.
of Thrones.
That's what they call sellswords.
You mean mercenaries?
Yeah.
Braun,
Yeah, bronze is sellsword.
probably the most famous cell sword.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this team is led by Howie Long is sent there, and they're, like you said, Adam, they're under the impression that this bomb is leaked. The core is exposed.
Yeah.
So it's giving off
Well,
radiation.
because of Howie Long.
Yes, because of Howie Long.
Yeah, because Howie Long is like part of the Navy or whatever, or
He's
armed
part of the
forces.
search and rescue team.
Yeah, he's part of the search and rescue team. He betrays his people,
Which you could totally tell.
Yeah,
Well, okay, here's the thing. So Travolta's like crew shows up,
yeah,
and then they start opening fire on Howie Long and his team. But this guy opening fire on that team, I feel like he could have hit Howie Long. I feel like his order should have been, "Hey, don't get too wild with that gun."
yeah.
But the guy's just he's just firing wildly,
Yeah,
and then Howie Long, big heel turn
yeah.
because he kills that guy, and
The guy with the Geiger counter.
yeah, I love this scene where he's like, "Oh God, it's exposed! Oh God!"
Yeah, that's right.
He's pretending that he's dying.
Yeah.
Oh God, what do we do?
Yeah, the core. No.
The core exposed. Ah!
And for some reason, they have an electric shaver.
Oh,
Yeah,
the electric
yeah.
shaver is supposed to be like the radiation,
That's the radiation
fucking with the signal
yeah.
or something.
That's right. That was weird.
Yeah, so Travolta is straight up Castor Troy
Yeah.
from this point forward.
Yep.
When he joins the crew.
But he's less crazy and more angry.
Yes.
Yeah. The craziness comes out a little bit later,
Mhm.
but it's mostly angry and calculating.
Like I was waiting for the "Woo wee, you good looking,
Yeah.
you hot." I was waiting for like that level. He didn't get there.
Yeah.
He was
Not
close.
until-
He was close. He was close.
He was very close.
But
Right
he,
at the end.
he never got there.
Yeah. There's the line at the end that was, I feel like it was straight out of Face Off. But we'll get to that.
Uh huh. Oh, and so Christian Slater, he wakes up in like a canyon, and that's the thing that you said with the $20. He's like, all right, Travolta, you got me. So the first round's you.
Yeah.
And he runs into the park ranger, who I couldn't figure out who this actress was. And then, like I said before we recorded, it's Princess Daisy from the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yep. Which is in the archives. If you go check out the spoilers archives, you can watch that one.
Super Mario Brothers. I think it won a spoiler or two.
Did it?
During its run. Okay. I'm pretty sure it won something.
I agree.
Oh, it was probably special effects. I think the word special effects. That sounds about right.
That sounds
stupid Goombas.
Yeah.
I like those guys.
But no. They're not Goombas.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking reptiles.
So the park ranger, this chick, are park rangers strapped? Do they have guns on them?
They should.
I don't see why not.
Mm-hmm.
They're out there by themselves in the desert.
It makes sense.
They're very
Anything
vulnerable.
could be out there. Yeah. Okay, that makes
sense. It's a fucking bear.
That's true. That's true. So word got out that there was a plane crash.
Yeah. Well,
why did she try to arrest him? I forget this. Because she's immediately like, I'm bringing you in, Christian Slater. Like,
I don't know.
Didn't she get a word from her dispatch or something?
She got word that there was trucks the night before,
mm-hmm.
and then she almost got taken out by the plane as it flew right by them.
Because it was about the crash?
Yeah, maybe because the plane crashed and started a fire illegally in the park. Maybe that's why she's arresting him.
Yeah. So now we get another like worse than WWF choreographed fight.
Yeah. Feel bad.
Where they're going back and forth.
Tumbling down the mountain. Mm-hmm. Eventually, hey, I could kill you if I wanted to, but I can't. You can trust me. Here's my gun.
Yep.
All right. It was
From what I remember, I think what's her name again? Samantha Maris, I think, or Mathis.
Yep. Mathis.
Yeah. She plays with John Travolta in another movie.
What movie is that?
The Punisher.
Oh,
she's in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Punisher. I think that was one of the first times I saw Travolta as a bad guy.
Really?
Yeah.
So Face Off wasn't first for you?
No. It's
really?
something later in life.
Oh my.
Oh man.
Right?
Do you regret not watching it when it first came out? Would that have broke your bubble at 13?
I don't know. That
you probably wouldn't have appreciated it.
I don't know. I feel like I'd like to say that I would have anyway, but I can't. I don't know.
Oh, by the way, we forgot to mention, like, the guy who's paying for all this, these mercenaries, is the warden from Shawshank.
I hate that guy.
That's right.
That's right. I'm paying for everything. Be careful. Be careful with the nukes.
Yeah. And there's a whole lot of firing guns around the nukes.
Yeah.
And they're saying, like, don't fire guns at the nukes.
Yeah, Travolta has that line, do not fire at the nuke. But then when they're in that mine shaft, everyone's just firing at
but also,
randomly.
I feel like earlier in the movie it was mentioned that this can go off. If the bomb's not active.
Yeah, it can sit in flames for 5 hours and it won't go off.
Right. Mm-hmm. So who the hell cares if you're firing at it? Why is that such a big deal? That was part of our learning lesson in the beginning.
Yeah, please do not fire thermonuclear weapons.
Maybe because a bullet will like go through the hull or whatever of the nuke, whereas fire just stands there.
I guess.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not a botanist.
So pretty much the mercenaries. Their plan is to blackmail the U.S. government. They're going to sell the nukes back to us.
Right. That's the plan.
Which I pretty smart. You're expected to hear like we're going to sell it to the Russians, to the Iranians, or who was our enemy in '96? We still had white terrorists in '96. So
yeah, I think
probably
so.
some like
Germans,
some Germans or
some
Liechtensteinens or something.
Yeah,
Liechtensteinens
from what's it called? A Knight's Tale.
Sure.
Oh, the Heath Ledger one.
Yeah,
that's Liechtenstein.
That's his name.
Oh,
jeez.
Okay.
All right. Wow, deep pool.
Yeah, very deep. So they're gonna sell the nuke back to us.
So deep it's tingly.
Which is fucking hilarious, dude. You're obviously not gonna pay cash for this nuke. Like, I love this. You gotta buy it back from us. Okay, here's $500 million,
right?
And in wire transfer. I guess
it does seem like
that money's going.
But I mean, I guess the backup is I'll sell it to you. Or I'll sell it to somebody else.
Also, so those white terrorists.
Yeah. So what do you want? You want it in their hands, or do you want it back in your hands? You're going to pay more.
That's true.
That's probably the plan. Right? Mm-hmm. But anyway, so the bombs are located by Travolta and his people. They're kind of hanging out there. They're trying to get on a helicopter.
Oh God, dude, this helicopter chase scene is ridiculous.
All right.
So the guys who were in the helicopter, they run into Christian Slater and the park ranger chick,
Yeah.
and they're chasing after him. And her gun is a 6-shooter. Like it's pretty much like a
revolver.
revolver 6-shooter,
A really big one.
a really big one, but still.
Yeah.
There, I love this in movies. I only have this pistol, and I'm gonna fire fucking at the big helicopter, the big tank, or whatever's coming my way.
Yeah.
This ought to do it.
Yeah. This will stop them. I got explosive tips.
Conserve your bullets, dude.
Yeah.
Get a little closer.
Because it's also a pain in the ass to reload those things.
Yeah.
Plus, that means you have to go up that hill with all that grade and like loose gravel, and that means he might slip, and he might scuff his knee. You just want to take his distance, just take it safe.
Yeah, because I guess Travolta hears that the plane crashed and there was a call in from somebody, so like, all right, go get him. So they sends a helicopter after them. They blow up the truck. They're running around. They get into this cave type area, and like, I need it to stand still. I just need one good shot. Because I guess Christian Slater is also a marksman, even though he flies planes for a living.
Mm-hmm. Well, you go through basic training, but he's like he's like an Assassin's Creed style marksman of an assassin.
So she goes to distract the plane, gives him enough of time to get a shot off, and it
goes through the guy. I love this. It goes like upward through the guy's like chin.
Yeah,
and the guy. And the chopper's like, and the blade is about to hit her.
So dumb.
And Christian Slater grabs her in time to get out of the way.
There's no need for that. it was like the plane fell in the exact right way that it was coming at her, and Christian Slater had to run up the mountain to grab her and pull her out of the way, instead of her just scooting a foot to the right or something.
That was the big complaint about Prometheus when Charlize Theron died.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember in Prometheus where the engineer ship, because it's round, it's like rolling towards her and she's just running a straight line?
Oh, okay.
Everyone's like, why don't you just step to the left?
Yeah, it's the same thing with Indiana Jones.
Where?
When the boulder's coming at him, just go
Well,
up.
he's in like a shaft.
Yeah, there's no way to
He
run.
can't go anywhere else.
Yeah, but there's places to duck. I mean, you can go into the corner so the ball rolls. Is the whole tunnel that he's going through the same shape as the ball?
Yes.
I don't think it was.
Even if
it's a little bigger.
Yeah, and even
so get in that corner there. The ball passes
There's no,
by you.
there's no corner.
If the ball gets past you, you're stuck there.
Nah, he's an archaeologist. He can dig his way out.
Without a shovel.
Hit that whip. Just whip that
the ball
dirt.
back.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's true.
I don't know. I got nothing.
You got to rewatch that opening scene, dude. It's
been a
there's
very long
nowhere
time.
for him to. There's nowhere for him to
Okay.
hide.
I was so confused because that one guy that betrays him at the very beginning of that movie,
Alfred Molina.
He's Dr. Octavius,
He's Dr.
right?
Octopus.
Oh, that was like mind blowing when I saw that.
Yep. He always plays like Hispanic characters or Middle Eastern characters. He's actually British.
Yeah.
He just looks like he's
like theatrically trained.
Yeah. I like Alfred Molina.
Yeah. Anyway,
kills
the helicopter.
So now
saves the girl.
So now the mercenaries have to, and John Travolta, they have to now transport the bombs by Humvees.
Yep.
They got to go by ground now.
Yeah.
And I love how Travolta's smoking in the Humvee, and the guy, the financier in the back, is like, "Do you mind?" And Travolta's like, "Actually, I do.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Want one?"
Yeah. Do you mind? No, I don't. It's fine. Yeah. Do you want? Yeah. It's pretty good.
He's so good at this movie.
Yeah. A lot of smoking.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. And then, what are we now?
So they're transporting through the Humvee on the Humvees with the nukes,
Right.
and Christian Slater and the park ranger chick, they get to the Humvees somehow.
I don't know.
Did they get another truck? I saw this movie 2 days ago. I don't even remember what happened.
Yeah. They somehow managed to jump on the Humvee, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how did they get there?
I don't remember.
What they did was they climbed on. Basically, the trucks were going around this like crevice, and they jumped on top of that point.
Yeah, but how did they get? They just walked towards where the trucks were. They knew?
Okay, now I remember. They were standing on a hill and they saw the Humvees coming, so they ran and they jumped on.
Oh, okay.
Because they were kind of like in the general vicinity, but when they saw the chopper go down, they were like, "Fuck! Now we got to go that way." And then Christian Slater and her were that way already.
Okay.
So they were able to jump on.
All right. Fine.
Yeah.
They jump on. There's a scuffle. They end up getting control of one of the cars, or
They control the Humvee that has the nuke.
yeah.
And Christian Slater's like, we just need to hide this bomb somewhere. She's like, oh, we'll go to the old copper mine. It was abandoned,
right.
a few months ago. So they go, and it's Christian Slater sees the lock. He goes, if it's abandoned, why is it a brand new padlock?
Oh, that's right. No, he's got both nukes in the car.
Yeah, he has 2 nukes. Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So they're both in the car. They go to the mine. Why is there a new lock?
Because Travolta and his crew were already there.
Okay.
Because they were gonna, you don't remember this? They were gonna detonate the bomb down there, underground.
Oh, okay.
To show that they're willing to fucking set it off.
Yeah.
So the government will actually pay.
Right.
Yeah. That is his plan.
So he gets it down there, and Slater's now calls Travolta like, "Hey, I'm just gonna fuck up your bomb. These bombs have a failsafe in them. If you enter the wrong code enough times, it locks you out, just like an iPhone."
Yep.
So,
but
beep 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 beep. He's like, "Oh, that's a good plan. If I didn't think of it already."
And pretty much the bomb is like, I am now armed.
Yeah.
It should have said
You've just armed me. Oh, baby.
Oh. Where's that from?
That's Face Off.
That's right. That's right. Wow, a lot of. Do you think when he was making this movie, he was like, "Yep, this is going into Face Off."
This is practice. This movie was only practice for Face Off.
When was Face Off?
A year after.
Literally 97?
Yeah, 97.
I forgot.
So,
which pretty genius, by the way.
Yeah,
that's pretty smart on Travolta's.
I don't know how he could have done that.
Why is he thinking of this if the plan is to kill Christian Slater?
How does he know how to rewire a bomb?
If he's just a co-pilot.
Yeah, he's just a pilot.
Co-pilot.
Co-pilot, yeah. So he managed to switch out the motherboard somehow, and that didn't trip the bomb off?
I don't know.
What kind of fail-safes? So he's a master bomb cracker and a technology whiz from the 97s.
Who could think several steps ahead of his opponents.
Yeah. Okay.
But do you get what I mean? Like, why is this fail-safe even in there if the initial plan is to kill Christian Slater?
Yeah. I don't know. So that anybody could arm it?
That's true.
Well, that's true because, wait, he has the codes.
Yeah, because Christian Slater mentions to the
What the hell is that about? Why do the pilots have the codes?
Oh, he said anytime you fly with these, you have to know how to disarm it, just in case. Just in case it goes off on or tries to go off on your plane or something.
How does it get armed?
Oh, that's true.
You don't need to disarm it if you don't arm it.
That's true.
Unless it's already set on a timer and something changes and they have to take it off.
This is a test run. There's no need to arm. There's no timer.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
The only way it becomes armed is when they actually have to drop the goddamn thing.
Yeah. So why does he need the codes?
He
doesn't need the codes.
Very good, Adam.
That's
Very good.
That's what I do.
I wonder if there's an idiot's guide to arming nuclear weapons.
But anyway, so the bomb is armed, and now Christian Slater's idea is, wait, how deep does this mine go? Let's just take.
Let me show you.
Let's just take it as deep as we can, which I guess was the plan already.
Which
anyway.
isn't deep, dude. This is like 10. That elevator shaft doesn't look like it's going down.
Yeah, no, she said 2,000 feet.
Really?
Yeah, it's just what she said.
Okay.
I don't know how.
It doesn't look that.
No.
It doesn't look that deep.
It really doesn't, because they throw the grenades and it lands like a second later.
Yeah.
I've seen enough movies where they drop flares down mine shafts to see how deep it is, and it takes more than a couple seconds.
Yeah, it keeps going.
Yeah. Anyway, so now the plan is we're gonna bury the second bomb with the first bomb, so nobody will get to it.
Yeah.
The copper mine will act as a case. It'll melt all the copper, make it a hard case around it, and nobody will ever get to it again.
Yep.
Travolta doesn't like this plan because you can't sell it that way.
Yeah, he's fucking with his money.
Yeah. So they get to the mine shaft, they chase him around a little bit, and they arm the bomb, and now they're screwed. They take the elevator up, they drop the grenades, blow up the elevator, they can't get up now. So now Slater and
the park ranger
Daisy, park ranger are they're stuck down there. Like now what? That was the only way out.
Yeah, there's only like 5 minutes to go. What do we do?
Oh wait,
the whole reason this mine was closed down is because they found a river.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. How does that? Wait, why does a mine close if you find a river?
Erosion?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it becomes unstable.
Okay.
If you dig the wrong way now, you're gonna flood.
It
and kill everybody in there.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So she's like, "Come, it's this way." So
I know the way.
Now it's a race against time.
Yeah. So
And-
not only does she have detailed blueprints of the inside of this mine,
Oh, that's because it was hanging on the wall.
was it?
Yeah, there was a map to the mine that she pulled.
Damn it, I missed it.
Yeah.
This is now Pac-Man, the real game.
Okay.
Yes? No?
Yeah. All right.
Mhm.
There's no little bits of thing to eat.
Wow.
Breadcrumbs. But other than that, Other than the main point of Pac-Man, that's exactly that way.
So the bomb's gonna go off. They make it out. Oh yeah, they're
they hit
they're
the
trying to
river.
break through the rock, and they go into this like underground river, which leads them out to this big pond or whatever.
Right.
And then
So pretty. Butterflies everywhere.
and I love how Travolta has the Humvee, and he goes stop, and it
Hammer
stops at the like right spot where it needs to be, and then the bomb goes off.
Because they're now being chased by the cops
Uh-huh.
or the whatever.
Oh, it's
FBI.
like the containment unit.
Yeah.
He's got the timer down, right? Is that the reason why he tells him to stop, turn off the car so it doesn't fry it?
Right. Exactly.
There you go.
Mhm.
So he knows that the bomb's going to be off in this many minutes. The copper's after us. We just need a little bit of time. He kills the
'Cause-
banker guy.
Proud of that.
He's not even a baker.
No.
I think I'm rubbing off on you
No,
guys.
because he's the money guy.
Yeah, he's the buddy guy.
Yeah.
Okay, bink.
But from Nothing But Trouble.
Yeah.
Okay, banker.
Okay. Yeah. So that guy's being irritating. So John Travolta kills him.
He like hits him in the fucking throat
Yeah.
with like a
With the
He crushes his windpipe.
mag light or something.
yeah.
Yeah, you can crush your windpipe like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fine.
The funny part about it is, I mean, like he instead of like literally trying to fix it, because you can still you can't breathe, but you still have a little bit of air left in your lungs already.
Yeah.
But he's like
He just takes it.
yeah, he just takes it, doesn't take his throat, doesn't try anything, he just
You know what would have been dope? After Travolta hit him in the throat, Travolta went, "Was I being obtuse?"
So,
From Shawshank.
that'd be good. That'd be really good.
yeah.
Dude, he was such a prick as the warden. When he
Yes,
throws Andy in the hole, and he goes, "Oh, Mr. Dufresne, was I being obtuse right there?"
Yeah.
Oh,
Obtuse,
you
No,
you
he's a great villain
Yep.
in that one.
And Clancy Brown is great as the guard. Mervyn called the infirmary because this fucker's gonna have an accident.
Yeah.
And he's about to throw him off.
Was it the
For
same guy from Highlander?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh yeah,
Clancy Brown. Hey, that
good.
sounded like him.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh
So the EMP goes off, the chopper crashes,
Yeah.
and the people in Utah, your boy Delroy Lindo, and look at the big brains on Brad.
Yeah.
Their base is shaking, and they're like, "Oh god, the bomb went off!" But it detonated underground, so there's no
Yeah.
radiation
Because
fallout.
Delroy Lindo knows this. They went underground. Why? Because the way
fallout.
that the ground is shaking is different. Plus, we'd all be dead if it.
Yeah, he said something like, "We'd all be on fire right now."
Yeah.
if
it
we were
was-
that close,
Yeah.
but like there's also like a certain amount of distance that's the radiation will hit you even with not knowing over time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think that's what they said. It would be like in the hundreds of thousands instantaneously, and another tens of thousands over the next 10 years.
More, I think it's flip flop.
Yeah, dude, the
Oh.
guy who's explaining it is the fucking. He was one of the guys in The Rock, and he's in Training Day. I got my shit pushed
Oh, yes,
in,
that's right.
bro, big time.
That's Tuco
yes, Tuco from Breaking
Bad. Yes,
He's-
that's right.
He's like the guy explaining. Yeah, so 200,000 people were gonna die,
Yeah.
and
He's getting all emotional about it.
I'm like, what? You fucking throw that guy out there?
Yeah,
to
that
explain
was
that?
so weird. That's a weird casting choice.
Yeah, Tuco.
That's right.
See, I don't think of Tuco. I think of Training Day. I got my shit pushed in.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, I forgot we were live.
Yeah.
Yeah, so everybody enjoyed that face I just made.
Mhm.
All right.
So that allows Travolta and his crew to escape. They meet up with these other guys who are like Middle Eastern guys or something.
Yeah.
They meet them on a boat, and they're gonna take the plan is Travolta had a St. Jude radiology department like security
Yeah.
badge on him.
Before we get too far from this,
Yeah.
the bomb explodes
Yes.
underground,
Yes.
and everybody on service is fine.
Uh-huh.
Christian Slater and Daisy just escaped the cave
Yes.
through a hole that they made that exited to the river.
Yes.
Should there not have been a giant blast of water or something coming from that hole they escaped from?
Yes, and because that river leads into that pond, that should be nuclear radiated water.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or unless the water calms it down. What was that? Was that movie we just did where
Deep Blue Sea.
Deep Blue Sea, where they put it through water? No, they put some sort of explosion through water, and then it calms it and neutralizes it.
Oh, that would be Triple X.
Triple X. Yes. That's
Yes.
right. Yeah, the poison gas that goes through the water filters it out.
That's
Fine.
not how it works.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so even if it was not radiated, at least the sheer force of the blast
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
would have dried out that pond.
Supposedly, but like, remember they were talking about the copper in the mine?
But wouldn't the copper have been mined out?
No, they didn't
They
finish.
had to stop.
Oh.
Yeah, they had to stop mining.
Damn
it. All right, I guess it makes sense. I still feel like there should have been maybe some bubbles coming out of the lake at least.
Quite possible.
Some fish like floating on the surface.
Right, exactly.
Unless, of course, it
Something.
was like one of those Goonie slides.
Well,
Dun, 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 dun. They're all sliding all over the place, and
Oh.
it takes them out because you never know.
okay. Anyway.
I do have a question though. If they were underground and they come out in that pond, does that mean they had to come up?
Mm-hmm.
2,000 feet they swam.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty.
No,
pretty
but they
powerful
were
lungs.
they were being pulled through the
Oh, that's
through
true.
that
Yeah,
current thing.
But still, it's got to take a couple minutes.
Yeah, it wouldn't take. Yeah, the amount of time that was still on the bomb.
Yeah.
Whatever. Who cares?
I'm talking about just even holding your breath.
3 minutes tops.
Anyway, doesn't matter. Getting way too caught up on small things in this movie.
So, like I said, the mercenaries they meet up with like these two Middle Eastern guys, and they get on a boat, and they're going to transport the boat because, like I said earlier, Travolta had in his bag St. Jude Hospital radiology department. So they think they're going to hide the bomb in the radiology department in Utah,
Right.
where that hospital is, so that way it won't be detected by the
The Geiger counter.
those things.
Right.
No, it's the Ganker counter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Geiger counter.
Yeah. So, God. So, so they're hiding like in the boat, and they see him coming. So Christian Slater jumps out,
Yeah.
but Daisy can't escape, so she hides under a tarp.
Yeah.
So the boat drives off, and Christian Slater's like, "Fuck."
Fine. Yep.
But he turns himself in to Delroy Lindo.
I think they finally just catch up to him.
Yeah, they catch up to him when they figure out where he is.
Yeah.
And he says he had a St. Jude hospital. I think it's going to Utah. No, wait a minute, it's the rope-a-dope. He wants us to think it's going to Utah because Utah's like secured.
Yeah.
What's your problem with this, Adam?
The whole point at the beginning, what he was trying to teach him, he tried to teach him a couple different boxing techniques.
Yes.
The first technique is don't look at the hands, look at the shoulders.
Look at the shoulders.
That's
the
where the punch
shoulders
is coming
indicate
from.
where the arms are going to
So
swing.
I'm going to make you think I'm going this way and actually go this way. That's one of the moves. A second move he taught him was the rope-a-dope. That's another strategy. So, but he just said, "Oh, that's a rope-a-dope." He's referring to the first strategy where it's look at this hand. No, I'm coming over here. That's the strategy he's employing.
Yeah.
But the rope-a-dope is a separate one.
Uh-huh.
It just
The rope-a-dope implies wearing a person down,
right.
which doesn't come into context here.
Exactly. So
Yeah, that makes perfect sense actually.
yeah, they're trying to tie things together that
Doesn't make sense.
they
though.
they used the wrong strings.
Yeah, they should have said shoulder fist technique.
Yeah. Yeah, or if you just pretty much say, don't even say rope-a-dope, just saying, "Oh, that's where his hands are going, but his shoulders are going that way."
That sounds sexual.
I don't know. It makes more sense than the rope-a-dope.
Yeah.
Where are your hands going, Adam?
Well, the rope-a-dope is Travolta wants you to think they're going to Utah,
Right.
but they're actually going to Denver because
Yeah.
that's the next closest big city.
Right.
And
Not to mention,
they're going by train.
yeah, not to mention some really good ski slopes.
Sure.
Oh, that's right. They have to figure out how would he transport the bomb, and they looked at railroad lines. And
Yeah.
the next railroad line goes to Denver. That's how they figured it out. Now I remember.
Great. So now we got to find a train.
Uh-huh.
And
Delroy Lindo
they find it.
gets on the helicopter with Christian Slater, so they fly out there.
Oh yeah,
They capture Daisy.
This is a stupid line where he's like, "We got to go after Daisy. We can't just send guys to attack these people. We have to go after Daisy. 'cause
We have a
she's innocent."
responsibility
Yeah.
as military men
Yeah.
to rescue an innocent people. And I'm like, dude, do you know what the military does?
Yeah.
We fucking dropped a nuke, the same thing you're looking for.
Yeah.
We dropped that in 2 cities in Japan, and we didn't give a fuck about innocent people.
Right. But in this case, Christian Slater's got a different moral compass.
Uh-huh.
Delroy Lindo does a whole stupid little speech about, "Well, I got to follow orders. You know how important orders are? Yeah. Good. Because I'm about to break them." It's like, what's the point of that speech then? Just say, "Yes, you're right. Let's go after her." End of speech. No need to give a whole little thing about how important.
It's our responsibility. Okay, so you are a pilot, right? Your job is to drop bombs.
Right.
If you care so much about the responsibility of innocence, then you need to be like an Army Ranger or something on the ground
Yeah.
where you can actually help people.
Right.
You're up there dropping bombs and
On faceless people.
You don't know who the fuck's down there.
Right.
It could be a Tylenol factory for all you know.
Whatever.
We have a responsibility as military men.
Have a responsibility to finish this movie.
I should tell my uncle who trained with Navy SEALs, like, hey, Theo, you were in the military, right? You served in the first Gulf War. Was it your responsibility to help civilians if they got in the way of taking out the bad guys?
Right, to save one life.
To save one life,
in opposed to somebody having a nuke that can destroy millions.
Yeah, I want to see what his response is.
Yeah. Anyway,
so they get on the chopper and they find the train. Daisy is like snuck on board the train, and that like nerdy looking scientist guy is like trying to arm the nuke.
Yeah,
and she comes at him with like a bat or something.
I think it was a hammer, like just a regular hammer.
And he knocks her down. He's like, "You probably thought it was some nerd, huh?"
Yeah,
I'm
trained.
He's like, what does he say? I'm Delta Force. What am I?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Delta Force.
Something like that. Navy SEAL or something.
Delta Force, by the way, also in our archives.
Yes.
The spoilers.
Yeah.
The first one. The first Delta Force. Because there was like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, that was too many.
Yeah. So she takes this guy out by throwing the hammer at him.
Yeah.
And the hammer gets him in the head.
Yeah.
Insta kill.
They didn't teach you that in Delta Force or whatever?
You're right.
Supposedly
dodge a hammer.
Yeah, supposedly it was the Rangers.
Oh, if it was a wrench, though.
Yeah.
Maybe you could have dodged it.
But then he would dodge a ball too then.
Right. Mm-hmm. Anyway. So now the chopper... Travolta gets her to arm the weapon, but then she gets canceled because she doesn't... I don't know why she went through the whole rigmarole anyway. And then... okay, well, I'm going to throw you out this train. Open the doors. Bam. There's...
Christian Slater with the gun.
Yes, just staring at him. Like, oh! She jumps out of the train, grabs onto the side, and starts climbing along the side of it. They start shooting at each other. This car that they're in is wood.
Yes.
It's a wooden car.
Yes.
The firefight ends because Travolta closes the door.
Yeah.
Bullets go through the wood.
Yes.
Very easily. We're like, oh, we can't see him anymore. Oh, well. Let's
Time
find
to
another
fly
way
back.
in there. Yeah. So they refuse to shoot through the wood, I guess. And then they're trying to find other ways on it. So it's later jumps on or
Yeah, he jumps off.
he starts trying to get on the plane, onto the train. They get inside. There's fighting. There's needless, bad choreographed fightings.
Mm-hmm.
They
I would
eventually
say needless.
okay, not needless, but
There's a chopper on board of the train. That's how they're going to escape the train once they arm the nuke.
right.
And Christian Slater unlocks the gas line.
Yeah, he unplugs it.
Yeah, so when
basically.
it turns on, when the blades turn on, it'll set fire.
Yeah, starts leaking gas everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then they run and hide. Travolta's like, all right, fun time's over. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Go to the helicopter. He notices the gas. He tells the pilot, don't do anything. And he just, huh?
Sayonara.
This is the best part of the movie for me because you just look at his face; he's totally blank. It's like, oh,
That bothered me.
Really?
That bothered me a lot.
why?
Because how does he know he's exploding? Or he's about to explode?
Who does?
The pilot guy. The pilot guy, he just kind of like, he says, no. And he's like, He at first, he tilts his head like what'd you say? And then hits the ignition. And then it starts exploding. And then he zooms in on his face. Oh! Like he knows he fucked up. But how does he know what he did fucked up? How does he know he's about to explode?
Maybe it's because he sees everyone run away.
It was a needless shot. It was a bad shot.
Oh, I know it was a bad shot, but it was really funny.
I'm sure.
He's like, huh?
Yeah. Bad.
And then Howie Long dies. He gets kicked out of the train while they're over a bridge.
Right.
And he like falls to his death.
And he does that like same like sound like yell as they do from like Six Flags when they're
Yes.
Yeah.
That scream was a very canned scream. It was not him.
Yes.
It's been used in
80,
many
right?
movies.
That's the Willem scream.
Willem?
It's called the Wilhelm scream.
Okay.
Why?
Because the guy who first did it, his last name was Wilhelm or
Okay.
something.
So who's the one that did the Spielberg scream?
What's that?
Woo!
I think that's the Willem scream.
No, this is a different one then.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, this one was
Oh no, that's a different scream.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the scream that he lets out as he's falling out of the train.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. That is a canned scream.
Yes.
I've heard that in
Yeah,
video games.
that's been used in a lot of stuff. But there's
movies.
another scream I'm thinking of called the Willem scream. I'll
Okay.
play it for you when we're done.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's
We'll compare
infamous.
screams.
Fantastic.
Or you can scream for
Can't
us
believe
right
we're doing
now.
this.
Yeah. So anyway,
So now it's Travolta and
well, but before
Slater,
before
right?
Wilhelm, God damn it, before he gets kicked out of the train, there Travolta arms the bomb, and then the guy, what's his name now? Tony
Howie Long?
Howie Long. He's like, "What'd you do? What'd you arm the bomb for?" It's like, "Well, hopefully they can take a joke." And like, I'm not dying for you. Like, oh, you might as well die for somebody. It might as well be me, type of thing. And then
Travolta's so good.
And then Slater lands on the roof, and they're like, "It's Hal!" And they start shooting through the wood at him, which I guess earlier was impenetrable. But now, maybe we could shoot through this.
That's true.
Different bullets, maybe?
No, they were weaker bullets. They were their bullets. The guys in the helicopter had more powerful guns.
Yeah,
that's a good point. Unless the sides of the thing were bulletproof.
And they're shooting willy-nilly around the nuke, which they're told.
Right.
Which Travolta's like, please don't shoot around the nuclear
which
weapon.
also I still think doesn't matter, but whatever. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you can shoot a nuke. A headshot a nuke, and it wouldn't destroy itself, and it would not explode.
Really?
Yeah, I'm relatively sure. I've seen enough movies about that. I think.
Did John McClane do that in one of them?
I don't think a nuke's come in play. I think only just the nuclear.
I think nukes come in play.
No, just the nuclear area test site.
Oh, okay.
So plutonium.
All right. Okay. That's right.
And flipping off the.
Yeah. That was in the fifth one, right?
That was
where he's in Russia.
5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. What is it? A Good Day to Die Hard.
Yeah.
Yep.
How do we get another Bruce Willis? That was mine. That was me.
Yeah, that was you. Well done, Maestro.
Oh, did you see the Death Wish trailer?
Death Wish.
They're remaking Death Wish. Eli Roth is directing it, and Travolta is playing the Charles Bronson role.
I don't even know what.
Not Travolta. Bruce Willis is playing the.
I've never even heard of Death Wish. What is?
Really?
Yeah.
I'll tell you about it after.
I'll
tell you about it.
All right.
What a treat. So now it's just Travolta and Christian Slater.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, let's box again.
Right.
Let's see if you learned anything.
Yeah. Basically, let's do a final showdown. And
again, it's like worse than WWF.
Yeah.
Choreography.
Yeah. Some fights and punches. Slater manages to get hold of the remote for the nuke. There's a button to disarm. There's a button to, I guess, explode it.
Mm-hmm.
And he grabs the remote, runs and jumps off of the train, and then this is very stupid.
Uranium, my bad.
He jumps and he turns and does a he clicks it and cancel instead of pick it up, cancel right away. Why?
Oh, because Daisy separated the trains.
Yeah,
and then the cabin they're in is still moving, and they put the brakes on up front, so that train up front is stopped dead, but Travolta and Christian Slater's are still moving.
Yeah, no, that's I know why he jumped out of it.
Okay.
Well, I don't know why he picked up the remote, looked at it, looked around, ran, jump out of the train, and then hit the button.
Yeah.
Why not pick it up, hit the button, jump out?
It's the John Woo. It's a John Woo movie. Dude.
It's just like hit the button. Why? So we can have 2 seconds left on the timer.
Or was it because you forgot to check the laundry this morning?
And let's talk about Travolta's death, dude. This is fantastic. The way he dies.
Yeah. This was also, to me, very much like Face Off. Oh, there's a line during this fight. It was straight out of Face Off for me.
Okay.
Where Slater's talking to Travolta. He's like, "Man, you've gone crazy, man. Your brain's just not right." He's like, "Yeah, ain't it cool?"
Yeah. That sounds like it'd be from Face Off.
Yeah, because at one point he says, Cage says to Pollux, "We're gonna blow up LA, bro. Ain't it cool?" And then also, the same style of line is like, "The code is his dead brother's birthday. Don't just break your heart." It's like the same style of dialogue,
the delivery
yes.
style. Real quick, show the people your Pollux voice, your Pollux impression.
Which one?
What is my medication?
What?
The one you did in the kitchen. The one you did over there.
Well, what is my medication? Jesus, Paul, you're so fucking paranoid. I had Vigilus pills, Vivex. I haven't forgotten that. Just everything else. I don't know why that fucking Yeti jumped me yesterday.
And we find out the Yeti is fucking Sabatka. It's isn't it?
Oh, that's right.
Frank Sabatka.
Yeah,
from
The
Wire.
Wire.
Yeah,
that's right.
So the Travolta death is fantastic. Great way for him to go.
What was my medication?
The fucking train crashes. The trains crash.
Yeah.
The nuke is disarmed, but the nuclear missile from the impact of the crash goes flying, and it breaks through a wall, and it's coming straight at Travolta, who has like a big grin on his face, like, "Oh, here we come."
It's like he was sitting down. He's like, "I'm gonna stand for this."
Yeah.
Yeah, come at me.
Yeah.
And then he gets launched out. I feel like it should have gone through him.
Yes.
Come at me, bro.
But instead, it just launched him out.
It carried him
Right.
out.
But whatever.
And the day is saved, And then the part.
Ready for the big ride, baby. Launched out of the train.
Yeah, weird explosion.
That's
and
also
then,
from Face Off.
yeah. And then after that, you see Christian Slater hang around, look at the bomb, make sure it's okay, and then notice a 20 randomly so close to after the explosion, still in one place. Yes, maybe cinches somewhere here and there, but still there.
Yep. I guess he won the final round.
Yep.
Hmm?
And then lets it drop.
And then they kiss, the park ranger and him.
And then she arrests him.
Yeah, tries to arrest him. Oh, sir, I need you to turn around. Just like the first time they met.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be the joke.
Uh-huh.
Not very clever.
Nope.
Supposed to be cute, I guess.
Yeah.
No.
And then that's the movie.
Yeah.
That's Broken Arrow.
Broken Arrow.
Broken Arrow. Yeah. So closing thoughts on Broken Arrow.
This was nothing what I was expecting it to be.
Uh-huh.
I thought it was going to be a stolen plane movie and a lot of dogfights maybe. And then once I realized it was about a stolen nuke, I didn't expect it to be all happening in the desert. There's so many things that happened in this movie that didn't make sense to me. Like, that's the direction you wanted to go with it?
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, the trailer, it was all like airplane scenes. So I thought, like you, this was going to be like, they stole a plane, we got to get it back. So Christian Slater like ejects from the plane, but he's the only pilot who knows John Travolta's moves. Like I was expecting to see something like that.
Yeah, only one can track him down.
Yeah, no.
Which
is kind of like, did you ever watch Stealth?
Yeah, I like Stealth.
Stealth is it's an interesting movie. It's
Jessica Biel.
Yes. Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx, right. I don't like him as an actor so much. But I think he was okay in that one, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, Stealth is good.
There's a lot of new...
In Stealth means what we thought it meant.
Yes.
Where the plane goes invisible.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And in Stealth, it's he has better moves than all of us. We got to go find him.
Right.
That's pretty much what the movie's about.
Yep. Anyway.
Yeah, so this one, it was all right. Like Travolta, I love Travolta this movie.
Travolta was good.
This was a good...
It was a good Travolta.
It was a good Travolta prior to Face Off.
Yeah.
Like, I think he was auditioning
yeah, this is a warm-up.
for Face Off.
Even the way he walked around and talked was very much Castor Troy. But even the way he smoked a cigarette.
Yes.
Yeah, it was all very... Yeah. Maestro?
Yes.
Final thoughts on your fourth time watching it?
I like crazy angry Travolta. That's pretty much the best part of the whole movie was him. Everything else was just simply like every other action flick I could watch anywhere else.
Yeah.
This movie's very like forgettable to me. Like I saw it 2 days ago and I was struggling. Like, how the fuck did they get the
Yeah,
movies?
me too.
Like there weren't like memorable
No.
action sequences.
Just the dialogue I remember more because of how crazy and stupid it was.
Yeah.
But as far as plot points,
Yeah.
I will not remember this next week.
So can you imagine the spoilies?
Yeah.
Are you're gonna look Broken Arrow? What the hell was that?
Yep. Well,
Well,
it is during our dump month.
Oh. Well, think of it this way. We also have an option to rewatch this again, like for the first time.
No.
No, no, thank you.
Pass. Hard pass.
Hard pass. But I like Christian Slater now because he's on Mr. Robot.
I keep hearing
you
this.
have to watch.
I need to watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of great twists. There's a couple twists where I'm like, what? Holy shit. Like, I never saw that coming.
Okay.
It's on Amazon Prime.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. Speaking of Amazon,
Yeah, man.
go to our website first before you do your Amazon shopping. Click the link on our website. It takes you to Amazon. Doesn't cost you anything extra. Helps support the show.
That's right.
Check out Mr. Robot.
Yeah, I'm going to do that tonight.
Yep. And that's how I'm watching Game of Thrones. I have an
Oh, yeah?
HBO. I signed up for 30-day free trial
Oh, okay.
on my email. Once that is gone, Sarah, let me get your email address.
Beautiful.
Sign her up for another 30 days
All
because
right.
I did the math. I don't think my 30 days will last until the 7th episode, the final episode of this season of Game of Thrones.
Okay.
So I think I'm gonna have to sign up under her email and cancel after the 30 days.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I got 1,000 emails addressed if you need them.
Okay.
Way to go.
Yeah.
Well, that was our opinion of the movie. But like I said at the top of the show, we have lots of them. We have 0 credentials. Now we're going to hear from people who actually have credentials, the critics. Do you want to hear good reviews or bad reviews?
Let's start with the good.
Okay. Mike Clark of USA Today says, directed with the keen action instincts Wu brought to The Killer, hard-boiled and other cult causes from his career in Hong Kong.
All right.
So he's saying it has a lot of action from John Woo.
Yeah. It didn't seem like there was that much action.
Yeah. There wasn't a lot. Mick LaSalle of the San Francisco Chronicle says, the inspired casting of Travolta as the office rocker nuclear terrorist kicks Broken Arrow into another level. Instead of a sleazy Henry Silva-like bad guy or a snide English villain that you can't wait to see get killed, it's Big John up there. Dimply, blue-eyed, smiling John.
Yeah, he did make
Travolta was like the best part of this movie.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Now the bad reviews. Owen Gleiberman of Entertainment Weekly says, with its lightweight hero and its random spray of high-powered, and it's in quotes, high-powered action, Broken Arrow is like an underpopulated version of the A-Team. It's not just John Woo who gets swallowed up by the impersonal mechanics of big-budget mayhem. It's the audience, which pays for a sleek, dark thriller and gets recycled pulp instead. Finally.
Pulp Fiction or pulp like orange juice?
Finally, Pulp Fiction. Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times says, a lot of stuff gets blowed up real good in Broken Arrow, including a train, 4 helicopters, and a mountain. But these brief flashes of special effects don't do much to speed up a slow, talky action thriller. There you go. Perfectly summed up what we were saying.
Very accurate.
Damn, he was good. Now it's time for the Rotten Tomatoes game. This is part of the show where I make the guys guess the movie based on his Rotten Tomatoes score. For those of you unfamiliar with the scoring system, it's an average score from 0 to 100 amongst critics and the audience. 0 to 59 is rotten, 60 to 84 is fresh, and 85 and up is certified fresh. What would you guys like to guess first, the critics or the audience?
Ooh. Quick. Let me grab that just in case.
Oh, yeah.
I get those.
We have the Rotten Tomatoes panel, the official.
That's right.
Me and Adam had to sit through Your Opinion Sucks, which, goddamn it, that would have been a great name of a podcast.
Yes.
Oh,
man.
Why didn't we think of that? Anyway, so for the Facebook Live members,
yes, you can
show them what you think this movie is and give them your score. First, do the critics, the tomato meter.
The critics, nobody's gonna like this. It's just a matter of who's gonna go lower or not. Because the only saving grace is Travolta.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going rotten for sure, but the percentage, how bad? Pre-face off even. 37.
Okay. Maestro?
I'm going to go 43.
55%.
What?
It's 5% from being fresh.
Still rotten.
My guess.
Rotten.
My guess. This was one of John Woo's first like American movies. People were like, "Wow, this John Woo guy, he knows what he's doing."
Okay.
That's my guess. It's
right.
no 90% like Face Off.
Right. You're damn right.
Real quick, before we get to the audience, since you just saw Face Off recently, what's the line where Travolta's like, "Oh, hasn't been recovered yet"?
Yeah.
I love that line when he delivers
hasn't been recovered yet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
By the way, whether I watched it recently or not, I can pretty much quote the entire movie.
Okay.
In fact, we recorded 2 versions of that podcast that day.
because the first one went bad.
It went, about 30 minutes in, the computer died, so we had to re-record it. But I quoted so many things in that first version.
And lost it all. It's okay.
Lost forever.
Line by line.
Isn't there a bit in this movie that we were watching that it had very similar phrase to what you guys were talking about? It hasn't been recovered yet when he was trying to get the nukes on the truck or something like that?
Feels like it could.
Yeah. I don't remember the exact line. Like I said, this is like real forgettable.
Yeah.
I saw it 2 days ago and I remember most of it.
Right, exactly.
The audience score.
Audience is going to also be rotten. But I guess if you don't have a Face Off yet, maybe this isn't as bad. And if you don't have movies from after 97 yet.
But remember, this is being reviewed now.
That's true.
On Rotten Tomatoes.
All right. That 50 threw me off with the critics. All right, I'll go 41.
I want to go 45.
44%.
Oh.
Still too high, though.
Paul Giamatti wasn't in this. He's been in a lot of our movies since we all love him. Yeah, we decided to ask what role would Giamatti have had in this movie. The financier?
Yeah, he's a banker. Either that or get Delroy Lindo Johnson out of here.
Nah.
Or maybe he's the look at the big brains on Brad. Maybe he could be him.
No, that's such a dumb role, though. The role doesn't need to be there even.
Maybe Red.
Ooh, Red.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
From That 70s Show?
Yes, Red.
One of those army guys?
I just feel like I really think Banker would have been better. Because you get all angry.
He's just a financier. He's not a banker.
Okay.
I think I've rubbed off on you guys.
All right, banker.
Like I accidentally
Banker.
Like I accidentally call like CEOs bankers. Like I was watching the news and they were talking about some CEO and Sarah's like, look at those bankers, huh, babe? I'm like, no, those aren't bankers, babe. They're CEOs.
You've infected us all.
Trivia. This is part of the show where I give out little bits of facts or info you may not know about the movie. I didn't really find a lot. This is a big one. The phrase broken arrow is not actually used to refer to the theft, loss, or seizure of nuclear weapons or components from the U.S. That is known as an empty quiver. A broken arrow is defined as a U.S. nuclear weapon accident that does not create the risk of a nuclear war. That's the official term of the broken arrow.
Still accurate.
Yeah, because they said that it was exploded on impact or something.
Wait, there's multiple phrases about something happening with nukes?
Just like the guy said. So how many times has this happened where they had to use empty quiver?
Oh my god.
I think Robin Williams was onto something with that joke.
Yeah.
We don't know where they all are.
Oh my god.
I mentioned this earlier. John Travolta and Frank Wiley both appeared together in Pulp Fiction in the famous Big Kahuna Burger scene. And finally, Howie Long's character was originally supposed to be killed off earlier in the picture, but when Fox execs saw the dailies and liked his performance, his role was quickly expanded so he could be in the whole movie.
Huh.
So
that's why they expanded with that canned scream.
So Howie Long did a good enough job. Like I said, he did what he needed to do.
He's also likable and he's easy on the eyes as well.
Yeah.
How do you know this, Adam?
Because I have eyes.
He's a good-looking guy.
Yeah?
He's a handsome man.
Absolutely.
Money Makes the World Go Round, our final category. We want to put this film into perspective with other films that were released this year so we can get a feel financially how well this film held up to its peers. The budget for Broken Arrow, $50 million.
Wow.
In 1996 dollars. $50 million. Goddamn, who you think you got, Chelsea Clinton?
Yeah.
You remember where that's from?
Yep. Rush Hour.
Rush Hour.
That's seared in my brain because during the outtakes, he has to repeat that line like 7 times.
50 million. Who you think you got, Chelsea Cotton? Is it Chelsea or Kelsey?
Chelsea? What is it?
Gefilte fish.
I love the last.
Gefilte fish.
That was on TV the other day.
Yeah.
That's how I know this. The last outtake is where Chris Tucker can't say the 2 words, and Jackie Chan's like, how easy is that? 2 words.
How difficult is this? How difficult is this? Yeah, 2 words. Say it again.
Put your
One more
gun
time.
down. Fight me like a man. Woo! Okay.
All right.
$50 million. That's
Okay.
how much it costs to make Broken Arrow.
And he was asking for $250 million. Is that what the ransom was?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's asking for 5 times the budget of this movie.
Yeah. All right. This is gonna go 111.
Okay.
Why 111?
I don't know.
111?
Arbitrary number I just made up.
Or
Or it does well, but not that well.
I'm gonna go with 150.
Okay. In the U.S., this grossed $70.7 million.
All right.
Overseas, $79.5 million. Brings total gross to $150.2 million.
Wow. Look at you, man. Within 0.2.
It was 3 times his budget, so this means it was
Success.
even-ish,
Okay.
profitable. This film debuted in first place on the weekend of February 9th, 1996 with $15.5 million. I looked at the other movies that released that week. Yep.
Yeah.
This is pretty much it. Box Office Mojo doesn't have a category.
Okay.
You know those weird categories?
Yeah.
It didn't have one.
Not like Desert Catastrophe or something?
No, it didn't have one. So finally, Broken Arrow was the 20th highest grossing film of 1996. Number 1 that year was a movie we already did.
Oh.
Independence Day.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Quick side note. Want to know what number 9 was that year?
Sure.
All right.
Tannins?
Birdcage.
Yes.
That came up on the podcast.
I heard it.
Yeah.
With that chick.
Yeah,
who
Sarah J.
used to be in
Halstead.
the champagne industry or something,
Yes.
or wine industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys brought up the tannins? What do you do while I'm out there? Nothing. I lie here. My favorite line still is probably when Nathan Lynn says, you made me this short, fat, insecure thing. I made you short.
That's a fun one.
Yeah, I love that movie. God damn, that's a fun movie.
It's like, how'd it go? It's like, not bad. It's like, actually, it's perfect. I didn't know the Duke actually walked like that.
The John Wayne walk. where he tells him to walk like John Wayne,
Oh.
and he does that weird.
Oh, when he has to wear no shoes or something, or he has to wear shoes.
No,
He
when
has to wear
Robin
walk
Williams
like a-
tells Nathan Lane, just get off your horse and come into the saloon.
Oh,
Where he tells him to walk like John Wayne.
He's
Okay.
trying to
And
walk
that
like
outdoor
he's,
like
hetero.
cafe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I remember now.
Oh,
Howdy, man.
Love that movie.
Good stuff.
Well, that's 1996's Broken Arrow, directed by John Woo. Check out our website, ratpackpodcast.com/spoilers. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Spoiler Show. Check out and subscribe to the YouTube channel, RatPack Productions. Write to us via email at spoilers@ratpackpodcast.com for any questions, opinions, and movie requests. Please rate and review the show on iTunes so it can help us in the rankings. If you leave us a review on iTunes and leave us a recommendation for a movie you want us to watch, that movie will go to the top of our list, and we'll watch it before any other requests. Next week will be a very special episode. We're getting a guest on, Adam.
Yeah.
Who?
Who is it, Adam?
My girlfriend is going to be coming on to do a movie that she picked out.
Which was influenced by me.
Yeah, thanks for that. I'm looking forward to talking about it though, because
Yes, I cannot wait.
after we watch the movie, I wouldn't say anything about it. Like, all right, we gotta wait till the podcast. So this is going to be interesting.
So your girlfriend is officially entering the RatPack universe,
Yeah.
like the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, well,
when they introduced.
she's been on some videos with us at Drone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But never on the podcast before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the movie in question
Yeah.
is 2015's The Perfect Guy. And real quick, I'll probably say this. I'll get into more detail next week. But the only reason we're watching this is because I mentioned how we brought my wife on for The Boy Next Door. And I said, yeah, we saw this trailer for this movie, The Perfect Guy. And I showed it to you, too. And she's like, do that movie. And you were like, okay. So it's sort of like a trashy, like Fatal Attraction-esque movie.
Yeah. No, it was. Watched the trailer, and then we were trying to think of what are we gonna do next week. And I was like,
that's
I don't know.
right.
And I asked her, "Would you have any suggestions? Any movies
And
you
she
think
said,
would be
do
good?"
that one.
And Perfect Guy. I'm like, oh no, it was too fresh in her mind when I asked.
Yeah. So it's 2015's The Perfect Guy.
Yeah.
This will also be, Adam, when you look at the spoilies, The Perfect Guy. What was that?
Yeah.
I'm guessing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It will definitely be forgotten.
Okay.
Okay, Baker.
That's surprisingly enough, that movie we didn't like very much of it, but we still remember it to this day.
That's true.
And it's not just that; the lines.
It won a bunch of spoilies.
Yeah.
Well, it was nominated for a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, boy. Okay. So until next time, this is Hollywood.
I'm Maestro.
I'm Adam.
And that's, for those of you on the Facebook feed, that's the show.
That's the end.
Thanks for joining us. And tune in next week.
Yeah. And,
Well, for the audio version for The Perfect Guy.
yeah. So another 2 weeks from now, we'll have another video live version.
Gods of Egypt. We're spoiling for you guys because you guys are watching.
Yeah.
Only because I've been watching Game of Thrones and I want to see Jaime Lannister in something that's not Game of Thrones. I want to
Okay.
see what his acting style is.
Yet still missing a body part.
Oh.
Oh, his eye. He has an eye patch.
Like I said, I think Oblivion is the one he was in with Tom Cruise, where he's Jaime Lannister. He's still kind of
Missing
with
a
gun-
hand?
with a gun.
Oh,
My brother-in-law, he, like I told you, he was starting to watch Game of Thrones, and then he asked me, have you seen that movie Gods of Egypt? I said, no. And he said, Jaime Lannister's in it. I said, what's he like in there? He goes, he's pretty much Jaime Lannister if he was an Egyptian god.
All right.
I go, okay.
Cool.
So he's kind of like, I'm guessing like Denzel. Like he's just Denzel as a cop. Denzel as a
Yeah.
train engineer. Denzel as
as
a
a football
crook.
coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just the same guy.
Yeah.
It's too bad.
Yeah. That's. All right. I have a whole thing to get into about this, but we'll
Okay.
do it off live.
Okay.
Thanks for watching. We shall
Bye.
see you another time.
Bye. All right, dude. The Willem scream. Let me play for you.
All right.